When you reflect on maybe one of your favorite interviews,
Mm,
is there anyone who just immediately comes to mind like, man, that was a really insightful interview or was really fun?
gosh,
Um,
that's a tough question because I feel like there were so many that were really good. Like I feel like I was really surprised with James from Happy. Um,
yeah.
uh, I'm getting his name right. I didn't just
Yeah.
mess that up,
James
did I?
Lawrence. Yeah. That
Yeah,
episode
James Lawrence.
slapped.
Okay,
It was
yeah.
awesome.
Well, it was like I didn't even know really much about him. You know, I knew a little bit, and he just came on and just was really fun. That was one of my, favorite, like, probably surprise episodes. I'm gonna go sentimental this year and be like my dad. I mean, I know a lot of his content,
That's great.
but super close with him,
Big
and
takeaway from the episode with your dad was just the term durability. Like I feel
mm,
like he put a word to something that I felt growing in myself as I launched my company. And like all self-confidence was like eroded and rebuilt on a daily basis. It's like
mm,
you wake up and you say, I'm an idiot. I hate myself. This was a horrible idea. And then by the end of the day, you're like, oh, hey, this actually kind of worked. And then the next day you wake up and you're like, oh, what have I done? Like, I'm not going to make any money today. And
mhm,
then you close a new client or something happens and it's a win and you're like, oh, I'm going to do this again tomorrow. And it's like every day is like this yo-yo.
mm,
And your dad, using that term durability, I was like, yes, like that is the muscle I'm trying to build in this season of my career and in the season of my business. And and I feel like our generation in particular needs to build some durability muscles as it relates to life and work.
mm,
And we just, we were probably brought up with a certain level of comfort and ease in a lot of areas of life that maybe, our parents and particularly our grandparents, didn't have. And so yeah, I love that episode.
yeah,
And there was a lot of insight drawn out of our time with them.
it's true. It's true. Durability, persistence, man. Keep moving forward. What about you? What was that episode that stands out?
Well, James, the one with James was good. So I had a lot of fun doing that. I had a lot of fun with Brandon Schaefer. He's been a
Mm,
longtime mentor of mine, founder of Five Capitals, where, I've done a lot of development and training. And so, and just him being him and being so faith forward. And like he quoted like 18 Bible verses, which for some listeners is probably spot on. And other listeners are probably like, whoa, I didn't know this was a religious thing.
mhm,
And so I just loved that. He was just Brandon was so Brandon, um, and I really derived a lot of joy out of getting to have that conversation because,
mm,
when I met Brandon in 2014, 2015, and I asked him if I could get coaching and I asked him, you know, if I could become a coach, it's just like this whole full circle thing where like I
yeah.
have a consultancy now and I have a podcast and I'm interviewing Brandon, who's been such a key part of my development. And so that was really fun. Corey Carlson, I could put in that same category because he's someone who does a lot of executive coaching for me, and he and I work together on a lot of client facing projects, and so it's really fun to get to do that. I have some ones kind of in the pipeline right now that I've been planning and prepping for, and talking to them about that I'm really excited for season two because I think we're going to expose our audience to some really interesting people that otherwise aren't like on YouTube making videos all the time,
Mhm,
but they have a lot of good stuff to say.
mhm.
And so I'm really looking forward to now that I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit, and I'm kind of like, okay, this is how this works. I think that season two is going to be dope, and um, and I think we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, reflecting, Brandon, super fun, Corey, super fun, but looking into the future, like I feel like we're just still warming up.